From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, December 27th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. Just before 8 o'clock last night, Hazleton police were involved in a standoff with a 47-year-old Hazleton man. According to police, Eric McAdams was armed and barricaded himself inside a home in the 100 block of Muir Avenue. McAdams was inside a second-floor bedroom and was allegedly holding his girlfriend from her own free will and threatening to shoot. Police say another female inside the home attempted to intervene, but McAdams allegedly pointed the weapon at her head and ordered her out of the room. PSP, West Hazleton, and Butler Township Police assisted Hazleton at the scene. Police secured the perimeter of the home and safely removed other occupants from inside and made contact with the suspect over a loudspeaker. The suspect came out of the home without incident with his hands in the air along with his unarmed girlfriend. Inside the home, police found a loaded 12-gauge Mossberg shotgun. McAdams was charged with 2 counts of recklessly endangering another person, unlawful restraint, and 2 counts of simple assault. Police Chief Jerry Speziale said, quote, "Thanks to the quick and decisive action by the officers involved, everyone was removed safely, a weapon recovered, and the actor apprehended. The courage and selfless disregard for personal safety displayed by the officers involved is indicative of their dedication to the citizens," unquote. Cars were damaged by gunfire in Wilkes-Barre on Christmas morning. Police were called to a parking lot on South Main Street near the Alibaba for gunfire shortly before 3 a.m. Police saw one suspect in a gray hooded sweatshirt running toward Academy Street. No one was injured. Wilkes-Barre police are also investigating a break-in at a home on Empire Court on Christmas Day. A woman says she was away from her home for a while. When she returned, 2 men she didn't know were inside. One restrained her, while the other caused damage within the home. They then took off. The only description of the suspects that was provided were that they were 2 males that were wearing hoodies and had a slim build. According to police, it doesn't look as though anything was stolen. Motor vehicle drivers now have a new way to receive information when they end up stuck in an emergency road closure because of bad weather or an accident. The new system is called 511 PA Connect, and it's similar to the Amber Alert notification system that law enforcement send out about missing children. How it works is when personnel from the PA Turnpike or State Department of Transportation identify a potential long-term emergency road closure for 4 hours or more, they will notify the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency personnel. PEMA will then issue a wireless emergency alert targeted to those in or approaching the impacted area. The message will direct people to visit 511paconnect.com, where they can enter their phone number to register to receive updates about the closure via text message or phone call. Giant and Martin's food stores have issued a voluntary recall of Route 11 sour cream and chive potato chips due to a potential salmonella contamination. The following products that are up on your screen now are being recalled. There have been no reports of illnesses to date. The consumption of food contaminated with salmonella can cause life-threatening infections, weaken immune systems, especially in infants and the elderly. Those infected with salmonella will experience diarrhea, chills, headaches, nausea, and vomiting, and it could last up to 7 days. Customers who have purchased these products should discard any unused portions and bring their receipts to the store for a full refund. Customers can also contact Giant and Martin's for additional information at 1-888-814-4268. Singer George Michael died unexpectedly on Christmas Day. Michael first entered the public eye as half of the pop duo Wham! With Andrew Wrigley. But after a few years, he split up the duo and embarked on a solo career. He had a fairly lengthy list of hits, including Father Figure, Faith, Kissing a Fool, Monkey, One More Try, and a duet with Elton John on John's Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Michael was found dead of heart failure. George Michael was 53 years old. The actress who found fame as Princess Leia in the original Star Wars, Carrie Fisher, has died. Fisher died this morning just before 9 a.m. in Los Angeles. Her publicist said that she was hospitalized since Friday when she suffered a medical emergency on board a flight to Los Angeles. Fisher battled a long drug addiction and mental illness and diagnosed as bipolar at age 24. Although Fisher is best known for her role as Leia, she made her film debut opposite Warren Beatty in Shampoo in 1975 hit. She also appeared in Austin Powers, When Harry Met Sally. Her veiled autobiography, Postcards from the Edge, became a bestseller and then a film in 1990 starring Shirley MacLaine and Meryl Streep. Carrie Fisher was 60 years old. Well, it's time now for our first look at our forecast. A bright, sunny, and somewhat warmer day for winter. But how long will these temperatures last for our area? And is there any chance of snow in our forecast? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe?
Thank you very much, and I'm with my buddy Spirit, a 1-year-old white German Shepherd, and I don't know if he likes to be on camera or not. He's getting a little excited there, but tell you what, we got some nice weather to talk about in our forecast. We also have a little bit of some rain and even a mixture of precipitation to talk about in the forecast, and even temperatures in the 30s, but that's not bad this time of year either. I'll have the complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit. Right, buddy? There you go. Ann?
Thanks, Joe and Spirit. Coming up next, you've probably seen the New Year's Eve ball drop in Times Square, but close to home, there is something quite different happening in Schuylkill County to not only ring in the new year, but adding some heritage and deliciousness to this New Year's Eve celebration. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has that story. Plus, it's District Talk Tuesdays here on WYLN, and this week, our Abby Piskel headed to Freeland to find out what the students are doing this year for fun, education, and charity. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Poli, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk.
Why do so many Subaru buyers love Fairway Subaru?
By far, Fairway Subaru gave me the best price and the best trade-in.
I've been very pleased with their service.
We actually found what we were looking for right off the lot.
Made sure that the vehicle I was looking for fit my needs. I really feel like a part of their extended family.
Fairway Subaru on Route 309, Hazel Township, or visit us online during the Subaru Share the Love event.
Story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told. They found they were handy
at making fine candy
for family and friends to behold. Word spread through the land
that Victoria's candies
would one day be leading the rest.
Now that day is here,
for the facts are quite clear that Victoria's candies are best.
4 local high school students are doing their senior project on something you can only see once a year. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more from Shenandoah.
Heritage and culture will meet this weekend as 4 high school students drop a giant pierogi and kielbasa from the top of the downtown Shenandoah Incorporated building in downtown Shenandoah. The drop was inspired by the Times Square ball drop on New Year's Eve, along with other cultural items that are dropped in Pennsylvania, including a Hershey Kiss in Hershey and a 10-foot Crayola crayon in Easton. Shenandoah is the home of Mrs. T's pierogies that are very popular, along with kielbasa, which is why a model of each will be dropped on New Year's Eve. Chairperson of Promotions of Downtown Shenandoah Incorporated and English teacher at Shenandoah Valley High School, Annie Taylor, explains how the idea came about.
Well, Emily Tovar is a junior representative at Downtown Shenandoah Incorporated, And at one of our meetings, one of the state representatives jokingly said, when are you guys going to have a pierogi drop for New Year's Eve? And I said, as the old lady on the committee, I'm too tired to have a pierogi drop. We have enough events. I can't do anything else. And Emily stewed on this, and a couple weeks later, she said that she would love to spearhead it. And she gathered her friends from school, and they decided to do it as a senior project.
12th grade student Emily Tovar thought she would get her friends involved with the project to do their senior project on the drop.
We are part of the student council at Shenandoah Valley, and they were asked for volunteers to go with the DSI, so I volunteered to go. And during one of the assessments we had with the state, someone had brought it up to do a pierogi drop, and I thought I'd get my friends involved with it as a senior project.
Tovar explains the history of the pierogi and kielbasa in the Shenandoah area.
One of the big things around here is pierogis, and not too many people know that this is the town. This is the home of the pierogi, of Mrs. T's. So I think it'd be a nice thing to kind of incorporate the kielbasa since it's pretty big around here as well.
Today the group was finishing up the 8-foot-long pierogi and the 10-foot-long kielbasa at the DSI building.
We are taking apart plastic bags from different stores around the area, and we're stuffing them into the kielbasa so that it's rounder so they can go around the pierogi.
Executive Director of Downtown Shenandoah, Mary Lascavige, is thrilled with the idea.
We've tried to get this done for quite a few years, and when these young ladies came, Emily is actually a junior representative. We have 2 junior representatives from the high school. We usually have 2 every year. Emily, at the assessment, just took the ball and ran with it when the man from the state suggested that we do something like this. And I'm just so proud of these girls for taking it, doing it, and they're doing it with all their might. They're doing it with their heart. They're doing it with their heart.
The drop will be held this Saturday evening at 7 o'clock in the DSI office in the Veterans Memorial Garden in downtown Shenandoah, with the setup at 6:30. Everyone is welcome to attend. In Shenandoah, for WILN News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Thank you, Erin. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast, and we'll take a look at our New Year's Eve temperatures. Plus, WILN's Abby Piskel visited Freeland Elementary Middle School to talk with students on what they do for fun and education throughout the school year. All that and more, plus sports with John Eric Poli, is coming your way here on WILN. Stay tuned.
The L.C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton proudly presents 1224, Wednesday, December 28th at 7 p.m. This Christmas concert combines holiday music with a theatrical rock edge and a musical storyline to create a holiday show suitable for fans of all ages. 1224, featuring the music of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra as well as their own holiday creations. It's the magic of Christmas brought to life at every show. Make sure you stop in the Cheese Store and More for a wonderful gift basket or 2. Check out their imported gifts, cheeses, and snacks that are perfect for this holiday season. Call or stop in today, and remember to check their holiday hours. When you need used auto parts, call Bonner Enterprises. They also take your junk cars and trucks, offering competitive prices. They also deliver anti-skid, shale, and clay. Located at 410 Maplewood Drive in the Humboldt Industrial Park, call them at 570-384-3291.
Why do so many Subaru buyers love Fairway Subaru?
By far, Fairway Subaru gave me the best price and the best trade-in.
I've been very pleased with their service.
We actually found what we were looking for right off the lot.
Made sure that the vehicle I was looking for fit my needs. I really feel like a part of their extended family.
Fairway Subaru on Route 309, Hazel Township, or visit us online during the Subaru Share the Love event.
All right, it is a little bit chilly out here this evening, but overall not doing too bad across our area. I'm here with Spirit, who happens to be the 1-year-old German Shepherd. If you remember him about a year ago, I brought him on the set, and he was only probably a little bit less than half the size. He was very, very small, enough to fit in your lap, and as you can see, you know, he's grown quite rapidly. I've showed you a number of other German Shepherds in the past as well, and this one, Spirit, as you can see, is growing quite nicely. And he's very inquisitive about the area as well as the studio. 43 degrees outside our TV station in Hazleton. It's actually doing pretty nice out there this time of year. Hey, if you can get temperatures in the 40s like this, that's actually not bad. We're not going to get better weather like that temperature-wise for this time of year. So 40s, pretty good. Winds about 13 or so miles per hour. All right, the high and low temperature. Here's what we are looking at for the day. Hey, how about this? 49 degrees. You can't beat that for this time of year. 49, that's pretty nice across our area. And the low actually being 40. And there you can see exactly the time of the high and the time of the low across our area. All right, on toward the state of Pennsylvania. Here's what we're looking at. Well, not doing too bad. We got temperatures generally in the 30s. We got temperatures in the 40s. And hey, temperatures near 50 degrees, that is pretty nice for this time of year. And again, we don't really have any type of precipitation to talk about. It is quite quiet across our area. He's quite anxious to be here. How about that? All right, going on to the wind speeds, you could clearly see for yourself that, you know what, things looking pretty nice out there. A little bit of a breeze, 5, 10 or so miles per hour, but other than that, nothing that exciting going on. Let's take a look at the 7-day extended forecast and see what we're looking at thanks to Fairway Subaru. Fairway Subaru is proud to support Make-A-Wish Foundation of Greater Pennsylvania with a $250 Subaru donation in connection with the Share the Love event, helping to share even more love right here in our community right through January the 3rd. How about that for a picture? There you can see. Hey, you want to point out the 7-day forecast? I think he's doing that. He's saying this is okay across our area. Temperatures generally in the 30s. We got a little bit chance of a little bit of some rain, even a little bit of a mixture as we go into our Thursday and then as we go into our Friday. But then Saturday and Sunday at this point in time, it's looking pretty nice across our area, and even going into our Monday, things looking nice as well. Temperatures managing to make it up into the 40s. Not too bad, a couple of chances of some rain, but that pretty much is about it. Well, you can look at the camera. Now's your chance. Take a look, take a look. All right, we'll have more for you coming up after this break.
If you're looking for a good pre-owned vehicle, check out BLB Auto Sales for his tax time specials. Get the best return on your tax check. Quality and dependable vehicles at affordable prices. BLB Auto Sales is a division of Barbush Automotive. Barbush Automotive for all your mechanical, diagnostic, alignment, inspection, and emissions needs. 24-hour towing, engines, and transmissions. Located on Route 940 in Harley, one call does it all. 570-454-7571.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center in the quiet town of Weatherly, Pennsylvania. The rehab center offers the highest level of personalized care for your therapy experience. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secure dementia unit in our facility. Weatherwood also offers Medicare-certified home health care services within the community, including therapies, skilled nursing, and certified nursing assistance. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by for a tour. 570-427-8683.
WYLN TV 35 is first in live sports. Join Marty Burns, Jonah Melfi, and the entire WYLN sports team as we bring you the best in live local sports. WYLN TV 35, the event, not just the highlights.
Back to WYLN News. I'm Abby Piskel, and for this week of District Talk Tuesday, we're at Freeland Elementary Middle School, and I'm speaking with two students who are going to tell me all about the different events that Freeland had going on. And I know you have some anti-bullying incentives going on with some tournaments. Talk to me a little bit about that.
All right, so throughout the year, we have dodgeball tournaments and kickball tournaments. We're all divided into teams, and it's an incentive for being well-behaved and not bullying.
Okay. And I know that you have a bunch of different clubs, and the drama club just did something special. Talk to me about that.
They put on a show. They redid the Christmas Carol. It was very wonderful. They practiced long and hard for it, and it was a pretty good show. Everyone enjoyed it.
So I know you have a bunch of different fun and exciting events that you do throughout the year. Talk to me about that.
All right, well, one of them is Red Ribbon Week, where it's all about being against destructive decisions. So each day of the week, we would dress up a certain way to be against drugs. For example, like crazy about good decisions. We would dress up with like crazy hair, mismatched clothes, inside-out clothing, etc. That was really fun because just seeing everyone around crazy, or like just anything simple that was like wearing red for Red Ribbon Week, obviously. It was just cool.
Okay, and I know that you did something special for Veterans Day. Talk to me about that.
We had 2 different programs for Veterans Day. One was in school, and the parents and families were allowed to come. We had some veterans came in, and students also read poems and different essays for the program. And then there was an out-of-school program in the Freeland Park that we had over 100 students and families that came on a non-school day, so that was pretty cool.
Okay, and you have a bunch of different clubs here at Freeland, and SAD being one of them. Talk to me a little bit about the different events that SAD does.
All right, so SAD is all about Students Against Destructive Decisions. So throughout the year, we will do things like incentive-wise for being against destructive decisions. And one of the things we're doing is tattoo, and they will come in. A certain amount of students were selected, and they're going to teach us how to present to children on a program that is against destructive decisions.
So how does it make you feel to be a part of a school that does so much?
I love being a student here because just not the great academics that we get, it's also our principal, Mr. Barletta, lets us do so much more, and it's just a great experience.
What about you? How does this make you feel?
I think it's great because along with our education, we get a lot of rewards for doing well, and it kind of encourages kids to do good, and it also gets like a special relationship between teachers and students.
And that special teacher-student relationship, I know that was always important to me when I was going to school. Is that something that you feel is really important?
Yes, I do actually, because when you're learning, it makes it a lot easier to learn when you're like almost friends with the teacher, but you're still like the student. So it makes you pay attention more.
Perfect. And is there anything special coming up, any special events that you guys have going on?
For the PJAS club, we are going to a science competition at Wilkes University March 4th, and people in that club will be competing there with their projects.
I am now joined with Emma, who won a very special essay contest, and I'm super excited to hear about it. So Emma, just talk to me a little bit about it.
I just wrote about like the presidential elections and like how we have like the freedom to vote for like the president and stuff, and all the freedoms that we have in America.
And how did you get inspired to write this essay?
I just like talked to my parents about like the elections and stuff like that happens in this country and like what advantages we have over other countries, and that's just kind of what I wrote about.
And since you won this essay contest, what did you win, and what does that mean to you?
I won some money, and I'm really like proud of myself for like winning and like going on, and yeah, I'm just really proud of myself.
Okay, perfect. Well, I hope you certainly keep up the good work. And all of the students here at Freeland definitely have a lot going on and a lot to be proud of. So stay tuned. More news is coming your way here on WYLN.
The Victoria story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told. They found they were handy
at making fine candy
for family and friends to behold. Word spread through the land
that Victoria's candies
would one day be leading the rest.
Now that day is here,
for the facts are quite clear that Victoria's candies are best.
Electric Frog Designs, 323 North Hunter Highway, Route 309 Drums, offering full-color banners and signs, vehicle lettering and graphics, campaign signs, promotional products, trophies, plaques, and medals. 788-2333.
Meet Granny Rita and welcome to the WYLN kitchen. Watch as she whips up some amazing ethnic dishes just like your grandma used to make. Granny's Kitchen, only on WYLN TV 35.
Yesterday we started the countdown, and today it continues. Our top moments of the year 2016 kicked off with 2 great Hazleton area tennis players and 2 football teams that had standout seasons. Now we go to NASCAR and a retirement of a legend for numbers 8 and 7. Number 8, the 2 NASCAR races at the Pocono Raceway. The Pocono Raceway saw something it never saw ever before. NASCAR made its 2 trips to the Tricky Triangle, and for the first time in the racetrack's history, both races were rained out on Sunday and had to be made up on Monday. The first race in June, called the Exalta We Paint Winners 400, saw Brad Keselowski take the pole position in qualifying, but on the day of the actual race, several people battled it out, and at the end of the day, Kurt Busch crossed the line in first. In the next race in July, called the Pennsylvania 400, NASCAR superstar Dale Earnhardt Jr. was out with a concussion, and taking his place was NASCAR legend Jeff Gordon. Big names in the race, but it was an unpopular name who took the win. The race went into weather delay due to heavy fog, and after 138 laps, the race was called, and rookie Chris Buescher took the win.
Being able to pull this off in a rookie season, strange circumstances today, but I've been a part of a race here at Pocono where Fogs canceled it before and fell 1 spot short that day. So just awesome strategy on the bike from Bob Osborne. Our whole 34 team, they did a heck of a job.
Number 7, Stan DeCoste retires. Next year will be the first time in 40 years that Marion Catholic won't be led by Stan DeCoste. He is the winningest coach in District 11 history, and he announced his retirement this December. He retires with 309 victories, which include 8 district championships, 6 conference championships, and the 1990 PIAA Class Single A state championship. An emotional DeCoste spoke about his proudest moment over the last 40 seasons.
I watched generation after generation of Marion players believe in using football as a means to an end, being proud of where they came from, and come to realize that medals and championships are great, but relationships are what it's all about. I love my Colts, always have, always will. And fellas, in closing, again, family. That's what this program is all about. My MVP, my wife, all the way through. But if somebody had taken me 43 years ago, and said, here's the problems, here's the hassles, here's the wins, here's the losses, here's the trouble, here's the joy. And if they said to me, would you do that for 43 years? Know what you know right now. I tell them, show me the way. Show me the way. It's been a heck of a ride, man. Heck of a ride.
DeCoste may be done as a coach, but he will continue to stay as the school's athletic director and a teacher. We'll continue the countdown all week long before ending today. News from the NFL. The Bills have fired head coach Rex Ryan. That's it for sports. Stay tuned.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Personal cancer care is close to home. The Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton has been providing radiation therapies to cancer patients for 30 years. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer and need radiation therapy and would like to learn more about our treatments, let our compassionate, experienced team of experts help you. No reason to travel out of town for same services that are only minutes away from your home. The Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton, 1701 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Close to home.
All right, 7-day extended forecast, 32 for tomorrow, and then a chance of a mixture for Thursday, 20s for Friday. not looking bad as we go into the weekend. And this is Spirit, the 1-year-old German Shepherd. If we can get a look at him right now before he goes off of my lap, you'll be able to see for yourself that, look at him. He's a great dog.
He is.
Little over 1 year old, and white German Shepherd. You know, I've brought some of the other German Shepherds in the past.
I know.
And this one about a year ago was about just this
But
big.
look what's up.
Oh,
All that matters is
my. Oh,
Spirit's
thank
1
you.
year, and we're celebrating your birthday today, so a better way to spend
I'm
it than with
speechless
Spirit
on
and
that
all
one.
of us. Check that out. Happy birthday to our very own Chief Meteorologist, Joe Garbacek.
Oh, thanks.
Make sure you enjoy this birthday, Joe. From
Thank you
everyone
very much.
here. Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Good night, everyone.